Hi, I'm Michael Pecorello, executive producer of Welcome to the Wayne. And I hope you enjoy 7 facts about Welcome to the Wayne from Channel Frederator.
Welcome to the Wayne, where secrets, conspiracies, and mysteries come to stay the night. Or maybe just to get a letter mailed by a mechanical pigeon. Hey guys, I'm Cade with Channel Frederator. If you've seen Nickelodeon's all-new apartment adventure, then you know it's a wall-to-wall mystery box gone wild. So we sat down with creator and co-executive producer Billy Lopez and executive producer Michael Pecorello to help us get to the bottom of it all. Welcome to 7 Facts About Welcome to the Wayne. Welcome to the Wayne is one giant love letter to the city that never sleeps. Like the Wayne itself, the show was built from the ground up in New York, and you can even feel its essence in the eye-popping, quick-as-a-wink flavor of the show. Most of Nickelodeon's big shows like SpongeBob or The Loud House are produced in Los Angeles, but all of Wayne's development from scripting to voice acting is based on the East Coast. Even Billy Lopez and Michael Pecorello are New York natives. However, some of the Wayne team members do take monthly excursions out west, to catch up with the rest of the Nick fam, but it's an otherwise unique approach for the network. After all, their New York offices are typically reserved for their younger-oriented shows. That's actually how the Wayne ended up with so many preschool program veterans joining the crew. They imported them from Nick Jr. That makes Welcome to the Wayne the biggest apple on the big apple tree. And as for the spooky underbelly of the show, well, that's born and raised in New York too. Part of the show's inspiration is thanks to Billy Lopez's memory of trick-or-treating in his childhood apartment building. He and his own team Timbers would ignore the designated candy rooms and go straight for the sweet, sweet candy jugular, the penthouse. It was this spirit of the kids running the show that led to, well, the kids running this show. Set a bunch of costume kids loose on a sugar rush and pandemonium is bound to ensue. Set them loose in an infinite building with infinite floors and infinite rooms, now you've got yourself a TV show. But it wasn't always a TV show. First, we got a mini digital only series. Welcome to the Wayne actually ran 6 short episodes online in 2014 before it was picked up for a full televised order. The online only shorts were part of a New York-based initiative, part of how the production got its foot in the door there. To cater to the online platform, Lopez first conceived the Wayne as a magazine-style show, which would follow slices of Ollie and Ansie's lives in the endless apartment building, where they went, what they watched, who they met. It quickly became clear that the apartment itself was the most interesting and fruitful element, so the premise evolved to focus more on its mysteries. Later, when it was time to convert the Wayne from web to broadcast, the creative team had a choice: change up the show again to create 20 standalone episodes, or stick with the established, serialized approach of the digital series. Since they had so much lore left to still unveil, the team decided to keep the story, tone, and characters the same. That way, the web viewers still had all the canon knowledge. In order to make sure new viewers felt welcome, the first TV episode had a soft restart, and the 6 online episodes became functionally a pilot. Just think of them as 6 dismantled rooms, all making up one big Wayne episode. The most notable difference between the 2 series, though, is how much deeper the writers were able to go down the Wayne rabbit hole with a longer episode format. They realized that the mythology and history of the characters were so rich that they could never have been explored in the previous platform. Once Lopez and Pecorello sat down and expanded the lore, they knew it would be the driving force of the series. That led to the decision to have long, overarching mysteries all about the Wayne's world. Okay, so as an infinite building with infinite floors and infinite rooms, the Wayne has no right to be architecturally sound, right? You'd suspect that the writers and animators would just write details like that off as, quote, cartoon logic and be done with it all. Then again, you'd also never suspect a supernatural supermarket, a post office run by robots, or a giant library filled with flying squid to be located in an apartment building. But it is. And there is a map of the Wayne. It's all thanks to the animators over at Yowza in Toronto. They're as involved and in love with the show as anyone in the States, and they always put the time into making it look right. If the scripts describe some quirky, whimsical gun or device, then the folks at Yowza passionately take the time to blueprint it and ground it in the show's science. The building itself is no exception. Over the 2 years of the show's production, the animators have created room after room of the labyrinthine structure, resulting in a pretty comprehensive blueprint. You see, with each new location that Team Timbers explore, the animation team creates a 3D rendering. This helps them keep track of where everything and everyone is in the scene during the animation process. Well, when you stack all those 3D renders up, you've got yourself a Wayne. Keep an eye out for where the characters go. Whether they're going upstairs or down the hall, there's real cartoon logic here. For a brand new show, Welcome to the Wayne has a downright weird number of big-name stunt cast. It's all because the production team just put themselves out there and asked them to appear. No madcap adventure or otherworldly shenanigans necessary. Some of the voice actors you may know include Malcolm McDowell, Alfred Molina, Annie Potts, Emo Phillips, and the entire main cast of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, Dana Snyder, Carrie Means, and Dave Willis have all just ended up on the Welcome to the Wayne at various points. What, did they get a Groupon coupon deal on room fare? Nope, that's just what happens if you were on the Wayne's creator's favorite TV show. Billy Lopez first extended an invitation to the Aqua Teen team after imagining Dana Snyder as a telepathic, loudmouth talking pipe, something we haven't seen yet on the show. He reached out to the force behind the force, and they hooked him up with the cast. Dana Snyder ended up playing the loudmouth Wendell Wasserman. Carrie Means played Jonah Bishop, and Dave Willis played George the Doorman. Ultimately, they cast Phil Lamar as that talking pipe. You may recognize Lamar as the voice of Samurai Jack, Noville from Mighty Magiswords, the Judge in BoJack Horseman, and Cloak from Ultimate Spider-Man, just to name a few. The other big name you can look forward to seeing on the Wayne guest list is Joel Hodgson, aka the creator of Mystery Science Theater. While Aqua Teen Hunger Force was a major influence on Lopez's young adulthood, it's Mystery Science Theater that defined his childhood. It's only fitting that Hodgson now has a role on Lopez's adult creation about his childhood. Psh, whoever said you shouldn't meet your heroes? Meet them and invite them over to do your imaginary voices for you. Executive producer Michael Pecorello and creator Billy Lopez are kind of the real-life Anzie and Ollie. Lopez always saw a lot of himself in Ollie. Heck, he even voices him after all. But even during the miniseries, he felt that Anzie was just an empty canvas with a few loose quirks. A vessel for the viewer to discover the Wayne, but not his actual character. Well, just as Anzie is the new kid at the Wayne, Pecorello was the new kid to Billy's infinitely floored and roomed imagination. And, like Anzie, Pecorello fell right into place there. The similarities between the two duo even became a behind-the-scenes production gag. Over time, Anzie the character started to become more like Anzie the person, painted with all the shades of Pecorello. Art really does imitate life. The joke hit its peak at the premiere party for the first episode of the show. As congratulation presents, the production team bought Lopez and Pecorello the exact outfits that their cartoon counterparts are rocking in the first episode. The two stripped down right then and there, donned the costumes on, and singularity was achieved. The exact nature of the Wayne phenomena on the show is a mystery for now, but the Wayne phenomena in real life is this: a crazy, offbeat storyline that ties in with overarching plot and wraps up with a clear character arc and a bit of heart. Now, reaching that perfect balance is where the true mystery comes in. It's one the writers themselves haven't quite solved. This led to a treasure trove of scrapped ideas as early as the second episode. For example, if you've ever been in a skyscraper, you know that many of them will superstitiously skip from the 12th to the 14th floor, even though the 14th floor is still technically the 13th floor. Well, one of these scrapped ideas saw the team tackling that superstition head on by visiting the paradoxically labeled floor, which turned out to be a floor filled with paradoxes. There they were going to meet Dr. Xeeks, whose name is a nifty play on the Roman numeral 13. Creativity aside, this plot proved way too complicated to execute, and while animation does have a way of catering to insanity, it also humbles it. They ended up cutting back and changing episode 2 completely, but they didn't let go of the concept. The idea was recycled into a different plotline that we'll see in episode 18, but inexplicably, not episode 13. If you want to be eco-friendly, kids, always remember to recycle your ideas. Never let a good one go to waste. Not only has the production team revived scrapped episode plots, but scrapped TV show pitches as well. When Billy Lopez was first approached about pitching a show to Nick Digital, he had concocted a list of about 20 potential premises, which included Welcome to the Wayne. The producers liked a handful of them, and while they ultimately went with the Wayne, there was another little gem they were considering. A little gem called Bobby and Tommy. Yes, the very same Bobby and Tommy show that Anzie and Ollie watch on the show. The concept boils down to this: an emotionally damaged rabbit and deadbeat goldfish living together, with the rabbit always right on the cusp of kicking his roommate out. Lopez loved that premise since it reminded him of Aqua Teen Hunger Force for kids. He used to joke about actually going ahead and making the show one day until he realized he could just merge it into Welcome to the Wayne. I mean, come on, that's far from the weirdest thing in the building, right? So he resurrected Bobby and Tommy as a show within the show. Rumor has it that you can find a Bobby and Tommy in every single episode of the Wayne, hidden throughout the building. Have you found them yet? I'm Cade, and thanks for watching 7 Facts About Welcome to the Wayne. Thank you to Michael Pecorello for providing additional information. Which Welcome to the Wayne character do you most identify with? Ever go trick-or-treating in a penthouse? Let us know in the comments section, and be sure to hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. There are Team Timbers. Don't forget to subscribe, because remember, Frederator loves you.